Hi class, let's take a look at problem 2. And take a second and read it, but here's the basic idea. We're talking about a rental car. They charge $19 as a flat fee plus 19 cents per mile. And then they're asking for the maximum number of miles, so we're going to have to do a little bit of rounding there. And let me start by let x be number of miles. So let's set up the actual variable. So let x equal to number of miles. And then they want us to set up an inequality. So the inequality okay, so the car rental charges $19. So let me just start with the units of 19.95 plus 19 cents, so technically 0.19x per mile that they drive, and they only have $40. Not sure when this problem was set up, but this is a very good deal. So the total cost of the rental fees has to be less than or equal to the values of 40. So let me start by subtracting, or let me rewrite it without the units. It'll look a little bit simpler. So 19.95 plus 0.19x is less than or equal to 40. And let me subtract 19.95 from both sides. So that's going to give us, well, on the left, 0.19x is less than or equal to, and that's going to be 20.05. So 20.05. They do want us to use a calculator because the numbers are a little bit messy. So 40 minus 19.95, 20.05. And then careful on the next one, we're going to be dividing by 0.19 divided by 0.19, which is going to give us that x has to be less than or equal. So in this case, I'm just going to say divide by 0.19, and that gives us 105.56. So 105.56. Let me double check. 0.526. So I'll leave it as 0.53. Now, the actual problem says that they cannot go past the values of 40. So typically we would have said, okay, rounding this to the nearest mile, that would be 106. But in this case, rounding to 106 is going to exceed the $40. So we would say in this situation that x has to be less than or equal to 105 to not exceed the amount of miles. Remember that the most that the money that they're willing to spend on this car rental, it's $40. So let me rewrite it as a sentence. And in this case, the maximum number of miles is 105 miles. And we could say that Jasmine could drive x less than or equal to 105 miles to not exceed go over the $40. Okay, and that actually solves the problem. The main idea here is that remember that if you go a little bit above that, that's going to go beyond the $40. The problem is technically ignoring the gas involved, but they're just talking about the cost. So in terms of the cost for the rental company, they have $40. Hopefully they're taking into account that they have to fill up the tank. That's actually it for this problem.